Have you ever felt like you've been waiting too long for your breakthrough? Like you've been stuck in the same place, praying, hoping, holding on, but nothing seems to change? What if I told you that your waiting season is over? That right. Now in this very moment, something is shifting in your favor. Welcome to Chosen for the Light. I'm Harper Stone, and let me tell you, if you're here, it's not by accident. There is a higher purpose guiding you, a divine plan unfolding in your life, and today, I want to show you that your time has come, that victory you've been longing for. It's no longer in the distance. It's already begun. I know the frustration of waiting. I know how exhausting it is to hold on when every door seems closed, when every prayer feels unanswered. Maybe you've been wondering if God even sees you, if He hears you, if He remembers the promises He made to you. And I want you to know He does. He always has. The delay was never a denial. It was preparation. And now the shift is here. If you're hearing this message, take it as confirmation. God is calling you into a new season. The waiting is over. The breakthrough is happening. Your victory is not coming. It's here. Declare it now. Drop a comment and say, "My victory has begun." Speak it into existence. And if there's someone in your life who needs this message, don't keep it to yourself, share this video with them. Because today, we are stepping into the promises that have been waiting for us all along. Timing is everything. When we look at nature, we see a divine order to all things. Nothing blooms before its season. Nothing arrives before the appointed time. A child in the womb is nurtured for exactly the right number of days before birth. If rushed, it would be too fragile to survive. But when the moment is right, when the development is complete, the birth happens naturally, perfectly, powerfully. Your purpose, your breakthrough, your victory, it follows the same principle. God is never late, and He is never early. He's always right on time, but waiting is hard, isn't it? Especially when you feel forgotten. When you watch others receive their blessings while you're still standing in the same place, you wonder, did God forget about me? But I want to remind you today, just because you don't see movement doesn't mean God isn't working. He is always preparing, always aligning, always orchestrating things for your good. And when the time comes, nothing and no one will be able to stop what He has for you. Think about Joseph. He had a dream, a promise from God that one day he would be in a position of great authority. But what happened? Instead of instant elevation, he was betrayed by his own brothers, sold into slavery, falsely accused, and thrown into prison. Can you imagine how Joseph must have felt in those years? How many nights he must have cried out, wondering if his dream had died. But what seemed like delay was actually divine preparation. God was not punishing Joseph. He was refining him, shaping him into the leader he needed to be. And at the right moment, in the appointed time, Joseph was not just lifted up. He was elevated to a place far beyond what he could have imagined. He didn't just survive, he ruled. Your story is no different. The waiting season is not a wasted season. The struggles, the disappointments, the closed doors, they are not signs of failure. They are training grounds. The skills you are learning now, the faith you are building, the strength you are developing, these things are necessary for the place God is taking you. If you were given the blessing too soon, you might not be ready to carry it. But when God sees that you are fully prepared, nothing will hold it back. And here's the truth you need to hear today. What looked like delay was actually divine protection. What felt like rejection was God redirecting you. What seemed like silence was God working behind the scenes on something even greater than you imagined. His plan is perfect, and His timing is flawless. So today, let's make a declaration of faith. Say it with me. The delay was not denial. My waiting was not wasted. God has been preparing me for something greater, and in His perfect time, I will step into it. Hold on to this truth, walk in faith, and know that what God has promised you is already set in motion. The time is coming. Your victory is closer than you think. Difficulties in life are not a sign of rejection. They are a sign of refinement. The fire you have walked through was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to strengthen you, to shape you, to prepare you for what is coming. Too often, we mistake struggle for abandonment, believing that our hardships mean we have been forgotten. But let me tell you something powerful. God never takes his eyes off you. Every tear you have shed, every battle you have fought, every moment you have endured was never wasted. It was all a part of your divine training. Think about a diamond. In its natural state, it looks nothing like the beautiful, brilliant stone we admire. It starts as simple carbon, hidden beneath the surface of the earth, buried under intense heat and pressure for years. But through that process, something incredible happens. The pressure does not break it, it transforms it. And when the time is right, that diamond is revealed, shining with a brilliance that could have never existed without the struggle it endured. That, my friend, is exactly what is happening in your life. You are not being crushed. You are being refined. You are not being destroyed. You are being prepared. And when your time comes, you will shine with the strength and wisdom that only this journey could have given you. Take a moment to look back. Think about all the battles you've faced, all the obstacles you've overcome. You are not the same person you were when this journey began. You have grown. You have developed resilience, patience, faith, and wisdom that you never would have gained without these experiences. And that growth is necessary. Without it, you would not be ready for the blessings that are coming your way. Now, let me ask you something. If you had never faced this struggle, would you be prepared for the victory ahead? Would you have the wisdom to handle it, the strength to sustain it, the character to steward it well? The truth is, what you have gone through was not just about getting to the blessing. It was about becoming the person who can carry it. God does not just want to give you something great. He wants to make you into someone great. And that process requires fire, pressure, patience, and perseverance. So today, I challenge you to shift your perspective. Instead of seeing your struggles as punishment, see them as preparation. Instead of resenting the weight, embrace the lessons it has brought you. Because when you do, you will realize that nothing was wasted. Every tear, every hardship, every delay was shaping you for the very thing you have been praying for. Now, declare it over yourself. I am not defeated. I am being refined. My struggles have made me stronger, wiser, and more prepared for my victory. I am stepping into my blessing as the person I was always meant to be. Hold on to that truth, walk in confidence, and trust that the very thing you have been waiting for is closer than you think. Victory is not just a moment in the future, it is a mindset, a way of living that begins today. Too often, we wait for external confirmation before we believe we have won. But real transformation happens when we shift our perspective. When we stop seeing victory as something distant and start embracing it as a reality, we step into right now. The battle has already been fought. The breakthrough has already been set in motion. The moment you decide to walk in faith, you are already victorious. But how do you live in victory even before you see the results? It starts with action, faith in motion. You don't wait for the blessing to arrive before you give thanks. You don't wait for the door to open before you step forward. You don't wait for the change to be visible before you live as if it's already done. Today, I want to give you 3 practical steps to start walking in your victory. First, pray and give thanks as if your blessing has already come. The Bible teaches us to call things that are not as though they were. Gratitude in advance is an act of faith. Instead of focusing on what is missing, shift your prayers from asking to thanking. Declare, Lord, I thank you because my breakthrough is here. I thank you because you are moving in ways I cannot see. When you do this, you align your heart with the truth that God's promises are already at work in your life. Second, take concrete actions toward your victory. Faith without works is dead. If you believe that God is making a way for you, what are you doing to walk in that direction? If you are praying for a new opportunity, are you preparing yourself for it? If you are believing for restoration, are you taking steps to mend what is broken? Victory requires participation. Move forward with the confidence that what you are hoping for is already set in motion. Third, surround yourself with words and people that build your faith. What you consume shapes your mindset. If you are constantly surrounded by negativity, doubt, and fear, it will be difficult to maintain a victorious spirit. Choose to fill your life with encouragement. Read the Word. Listen to messages that uplift you. Connect with people who remind you of God's promises rather than feed your doubts. Your environment plays a major role in your ability to walk in victory. Now, I want to challenge you. Drop a comment below and declare, "I am ready for my victory." Speak it out, write it down. Let it be a statement of faith. And if there's something specific you are believing for, share it. There is power in agreement. When you declare it, when you step into it, when you start living as if it is already done, watch what God will do. Your victory is not just coming. It has already begun. God is never late. He is never early. He is always right on time. And I want you to hear this loud and clear. Your moment has arrived. Everything you have endured, every struggle you have faced, every delay you thought was holding you back, it was all leading up to this. The breakthrough you've been waiting for is not just coming. It is already here. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine what your life looks like in this new season. See yourself walking in confidence, stepping boldly into your purpose. Feel the weight lifting off your shoulders, the burdens that once held you down, now replaced with peace and joy. Picture the doors opening, the opportunities flowing, the relationships healing. This is not just wishful thinking. This is the reality God has prepared for you. Your faith has brought you to this moment, and now, all that's left to do is step into it. Now, I want you to declare it with me. I receive my victory. Say it with conviction. Say it with faith. Because what God has prepared for you, no one can take away. No obstacle can block it. No delay can cancel it. No opposition can stop it. It is yours, and it is happening right now. As we close, I want to invite you to be a part of spreading this message. If this word has spoken to your heart, if you feel the power of this truth, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this message with someone who needs to hear it. Let's continue to lift each other up, to walk in faith together, and to step boldly into the future God has prepared for us. This is your time. This is your season. Walk in it with confidence, knowing that God has gone before you and prepared the way. And remember, your victory is not just ahead, it has already begun.